One major change which has taken the motorcycling world by storm in the past half a decade has been the overwhelming choice the adventure touring segment has received. It seems that nowadays, if you're producing motorcycles, you really must be doing something wrong if you're not putting an adventure touring model on the market. I mean, think about this. If I told you 10 years ago that Harley Davidson would be making a fully fledged, large, water-cooled adventure bike, you would start throwing sticks at me. Even electric bikes, which nowadays are still a taboo subject throughout the motorcycling community, are putting out off-road capable models, and this then brings us to the less known but very important factory of CFMOTO. They are already building some of the Austrian bikes at their factory in China, and from 2020 this will include the soon-to-be announced KTM 890 platform. So with access to KTM technology and knowledge, why not start building your own adventure bike? Meet the CFMOTO 800 Adventure. Stick around. The largest motorcycle CFMOTO has made until now was their 650 range, and these are mainly street bikes. They also do make ATVs and side-by-sides, so their experience when it comes to off-road vehicles is quite comprehensive. Now, the first thing we can see from these spy photos, which were obviously taken with a potato, is that the engine is not some sort of modified KTM engine, but the actual LC8C, the parallel twin found in the KTM 790 platform, enlarged to 890, which is currently powering the 890 Duke and the soon-to-be released 890 Adventure. A proven, reliable, plenty of power engine was a wise choice by CFMOTO. The wheels also seem to have been correctly sized for some medium off-roading, with what seems like a 19-inch front and a 17-inch back, same as most larger adventure bikes out there like the BMW 1250 GS and KTM's own 1290 Super Adventure. The ones in the images are cast wheels, but spoked wheels will surely come as optional. The styling of the bike is not bad at all either. From the front, it looks more like a Triumph or an Africa Twin than a KTM, with an air intake in between two headlights. The fuel tank, however, sits a lot more up when compared to the lower one on the KTM 790 Adventure, and this alone will make it more difficult to handle off-road. The styling shares one common link to KTM as well, as it's been styled by Kiska Design, the same company which does all of KTM's motorcycles, so it seems that CFMOTO is going the tried and tested route here with their new adventure bike. According to KTM investor documents, they do make mention of a CFMOTO MT800 motorcycle, which is most probably the one seen in these photos, and according to them, it will go into production by September of this year, meaning a full official announcement of the bike will probably come sooner rather than later. So, a mid-sized adventure bike produced in China with mostly parts from KTM, knowledge shared partly by KTM and partly by CFMOTO, which do know a few things about traveling off-road, styled by Austrians, most probably competitively priced. Is this something which would interest you? If yes, let us know in the comments below, and also tell us where you're from so we can see who this bike is actually appetizing to. Well, that's the show for today, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and if you think you've learned something new, consider subscribing or becoming a Patreon to help us make more of these shows. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.